Well, it looks like we're doing this recording again. So, here's just a few of the Transformers I got for Christmas. We have Twincast, Core Class Bumblebee Movie Studio Series Shockwave, and same line for the Starscream. Your feet are not down. We also got Core Class Soundblaster, and then Core Class G2 Megatron, who I've done a slight modification to make it so he kind of has a shoulder cannon. So, also if it sounded a little weird, I'm kind of sick right now, but that's besides the point. We have Twincast right here. Now, this leg should have that out, but it's fine. It's whatever. He comes with, of course, the cassette rewind, which means I almost have every single cassette that Blaster had in G1. I mean, not G1 style, because I don't have one of those, but yeah. I really do like this toy. It is super good. I mean, it's a really good mold too, so some people take issue with the fact that all of this old guy's limbs, I mean, like, a bunch of him is just clear plastic, but it should be fine. It's not really any hinges that are made of plastic, which is usually what breaks. Everything that moves, as you can see, is made, not attached to any plastic. Now, this could be a bad area for, like, with the clear plastic, but it seems fine. Of course, he's got full 360. His hands can move around a bit. He can do, like, poses with his knees. Oh, pretty good little guy. Transform him. First, spin the head around, push it down. You're going to put your thumb in like this later to get his head out. It's a lot like the Core Class Studio Series 86 Rumble. Just flip his arm like that. Same with the other arm. Boom, like that. Then you're going to take the leg, put it like this, make sure that the side with the rounded part is the side you're using. You gotta turn it, put it like that. And then your little cassette guy should look something like this. There's from the back, there's from the front. Front looks really, really good. Open them up. I can't speak. Shove that in there. Come on. Sometimes it is a little tricky getting them in. There you go. Push that, it comes back out. Pretty simple. Now, blaster. A little bit over a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Can't go forward any more than normal. Full 360-degree rotation for the elbow. Head can go full 360, just a little tight. It can go side to side, down a little bit, up a little bit. Wrists, no articulation. He has a bicep swivel, which always nice. Of course, he's got really good ankles. Then knees go that far, although you could, if you wanted to, open up the panel. Well, I guess that doesn't give you any extra bend. Legs can go up that far. This little piece on the back, right here. Kick back that far. Kick forward that far. So, pretty good figure. Although, I do wish he had the, I think it's like a red blaster that he has in the show, and I wish it was like the original G1 Toys blaster. I'll just grab that really quick. So, as you can see, it has the big hole in it, which is really iconic. Now, this kind of has that, but as you can see, it's not a hole all the way through. If you're wondering why there are pieces missing from my G1 blaster, my roommate decided, oh yes, I'll mess around with your blaster, tried to transform it, and yeah, this is only supposed to be on this side, not this side. And it, well, everything over. Okay, but let's get into this transformation. It's pretty fun. So, flip up the feet. I mean, that's just classic blaster. Then you're going to fold this out, like so. You're going to take that, you're going to push on it, make sure you do the same for the other leg. As you can see, I've already done it, but then this is going to be your main thing that, of course, is what these used to be. So you're going to put the fist like that, and then you're going to twist it like this. That's how you're going to want it to be in order to go into the boombox mode, which is a really good boombox mode. Now, this step is important. First, take his head, push it back in, boom, done. Magic. Now you're gonna spin him around at the waist. Pop this up. Now, with this, sometimes there will be a little bit of a clearance issue. Although I also might be dumb and might have transformed it the wrong way. No, that's not how it goes at all. Yeah, it does go like that. I know how this works. I literally just did this. There we go. Get in there. There we go. Gotta kind of push down on it. Same exact thing on the other side. I hate this table. But yeah, I mean, set tape thing still works. And if you're wondering where the gun goes, pop it on the back. Hey, it's a little antenna. You can put it on either side, whatever you want, really. That's him. Now let's move on to Shockwave. So, this Shockwave, I mean, fantastic robot mode. Alt mode looks great-ish from this angle. Really good for a core class. But if you try and move the turret at all, there's just his head. It's also just feels really weird putting the plug into his head. I don't like that because I feel like I'm going to clip his ears off. There we go. So, there's the blaster. Spin his head around. You're going to go like that. Now, arms go like that for robot mode. And, I mean, this is a Core Class Studio Series. It's a really good figure, but, man, like, I love Shockwave tanks, and this is like one of my favorite designs for a Shockwave tank. And I get it is, again, a core class. They are not really going to be able to hide that head super well. I wish I had the Voyager. Sadly, I don't. But, come on. They probably could have done something. But yeah, he has actually a bicep swivel and like a elbow swivel. I don't really know what to call it. But he's basically got two swivels. Put the gun in his hand. Can you remember which hand it is? So I'm assuming it's this one. Actually, I think it's in a weird hand for this movie. I don't think he has the Decepticon symbols on his hands or the Autobot symbols like it does in the CG model. But he does look good. Next, you're going to flip up his feet. I mean, there he is. He's ready to tell Starscream. Destroy the launch pad. Let none escape. Yeah, that's right. Next up we have Starscream. The Air Commander himself comes with this little gun. I will say, yes, the toy looks a little stupid, but you have to remember, this is a core class toy. And when you see the robot mode, it's like amazing how good of a job they did. Like, it looks a lot like I think Studio Series 1. It's surprisingly good for a core class. Like, I mean, the alt mode is literally just a guy doing yoga, but I think that's fine considering how weird this transformation is. Please go out of the leg thingy. Please work. Please tell me I did not break the toy. Sure. Arms pop off a lot. That is one issue that at least my copy has. I don't know if that affects a lot of other people, but there we go. Swivel it like that. Feet go back down. So, now, for robot mode. With the feet, they're supposed to go like this. So that blue part is going to be showing. And there's this little jutting out bit here. That's where the foot goes. So that looks like that. Let's just put a little arm back on. Ah, this desk is so wobbly. Sorry about the desk. I don't really have another one since this isn't my dorm. Okay, and here is Starscream. Now, oh, there's a big, huge gap back there. If you don't like gaps, watch this magic. Boom, gap filled. But yeah, it comes with this little, I think it's the Soundblaster, the one that Blitzwing uses. Really mad Blitzwing wasn't a triple changer in that movie, but it's honestly a pretty good Starscream. Like, robot mode is fantastic. Definitely might use this for some stuff. Of course, gotta have those two together. Now, Soundblaster, one of my favorite characters from Transformers Headmasters. So, he is really fun. I have a video on my channel about the Soundwave, but I'm still just going to show the transformation because I really like this figure. So first, take off the shoulder cannon, take the gun out of his hand. Let's just show off some articulation. Arms go all the way around. Elbows go like that. Nothing really for fists unless you want to like have him have his hand chopped off. He's got butterfly joints. Knees go that deep. This can move up. He can do some pretty good poses, so he is one of my favorite core class figures, definitely. Head can go all the way around. which is important for the transformation. Now, feet can do this. That's, again, mainly for transformation, but you could use it for some posing stuff. He's got this, like, thigh swivel. Pretty nice. The flap on the back can't go up, so back articulation is pretty much that. But first step of the transformation, let's fold these legs, these feet up, and I'm gonna push his head in. It's got this little tab so that you can, you know, pull it out later. It looks a lot better than the one on Core Class Optimus. Boom. That's how the hands go. I mean, you're just tabbing them into the back. Now, oh, where do the weapons go? Well, he's got these holes on the back of his leg. Blaster goes there. Make sure you put it into that one. The shoulder cannon goes here. And boom. You got your cassette player with cat ears. Now there's a way that people are like, oh, you can just saw off part of the foot and then you can make it so that these store away, but it's kind of grown on me. It's kind of, you know, like the Decepticon logo has little pointy ears. Kind of like it. But of course, back of this thing, not the best, but it's core class, like, not gonna get perfection. And of course, he's got a little tiny non-transforming buzzsaw. If you don't know who that is, look it up. So yeah, you're just gonna go off to the side. Now, let's take a look at G2 Megatron. This figure is actually really good. Although, my main gripe I have with the figure is I wish that this was purple. Because for tank mode, you're going to be plugging it into here and it just looks really weird. Like on the original use of this mold for the, I think it was like Siege Megatron core class, like it worked surprisingly well because it was gray and he's mostly like gray and black, so even though the gun was black, the fusion cannon was black, he still, like, you know, looked good with it, but the green does not help. Now, I will say, this is not how you're supposed to do it. It's technically supposed to go like that, but because G2 Megatron's toy had like a shoulder cannon, I'm just putting it up like this. I mean, it kind of works. There are some upgrade kits you can get that like give you a properly colored shoulder cannon and stuff. That also goes on to the tank mode. I think $17 is a bit pricey, and I wish you could just choose what you want, but let's get into the transformation. So, first thing you're going to do is take that gun off of there. Now, there is one thing that some people don't know about, but he's got this on his wrist where it can spin around. That is specifically for transformation so that everything will tab together properly. Some people don't know he has that. But anyway, he has pretty basic articulation. And I mean, he does look very accurate to G2 Megatron, I will say. There's just a few details that are missing. But if you want a cheap G2 Megatron, get this one. I'm not paying for the one that's just a remold of the big Siege Megatron because it does not have the shoulder cannon. That's like one of my favorite things about him. But when you're transforming legs, this is pretty important. So, you're going to take the leg And then, well, first of all, let's just do that as the first step you should be doing. Why am I getting ahead of myself? And you're gonna do this. That flips around. Flip this piece up. Now what that's gonna do is, once you get both of the arms together, you're gonna be, of course, spinning this one around. Now, there's these two tabs here, and that was covered up by this part. So then you just tab it in, and boom, you have your tank turret. Spin the waist around, and then you're also going to be spinning his fusion cannon around to face the front properly. So as you can see now, the joint there is freed up on this pretty good core class Megatron. And you gotta really go in hard on these. Just gotta cram that in. Same on the other side. Pop it out, put it like that, and boom. And then you're just gonna, again, like slot it on. What am I doing wrong? There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's a G2 Megatron tank. Like, you're getting what you paid for. It's core class, so it's not super duper good looking, but there is a lot of detail. Like, it's got the G2 Decepticon symbol. The turret can actually move. It can also go up and down. Green gun is super annoying, so yeah. But in all honesty, a pretty good Megatron for G2, like for a core class. I might get an upgrade kit for it, might not. But it's a pretty decent G2 Megatron. Of course, the back looks like garbage, but front looks pretty good. I really like this toy. I didn't like grow up with G2 or G1 or anything. I've just always found it so interesting that there's just this like whole thing that never really got a show technically, but it had all these weird, really different colors for each character. And also, it's just the first ever tank Megatron. But yeah, pretty decent core class toy. Would I recommend getting it? Only if you really want it. And I mean, that's about it. This has been my review on a bunch of toys I got for Christmas. So, see you guys in the next video. Also, I will be getting my first Titan soon. You might see him in the background somewhere. It's going to be pretty big, so I might not do a video on it since, let's see, how far up does my tripod go? Maybe I can actually do a video on him, but we'll see about that. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.